Hello guys, welcome back to another video on simplifying indices, and in this video we're going to be looking at using the second rule of indices, and that is the subtraction rule. So if you haven't already seen the addition rule, I would strongly recommend that you go back and you have a look at that first. I'm going to be putting a link in the description box for you because it does make it a lot easier if you understood the addition rule first. So without further ado, let's begin. Now before we begin, I'm going to start by writing the second law of indices. And so what the second law says is that whenever we divide two terms, we subtract the powers. So 5 take away 3, and that gives us b to the power of 2. Now, if you are unsure where this came from or why this law exists, then I strongly recommend that you go back and you look at the second law of indices video that I made. There will be a pop-up in the top right corner of the video. You can click on that and it'll take you straight to that video. Okay, now that we know the second law of indices, let's start by just refreshing our minds first. So I'm going to go with a nice easy example. So say we had 7 to the power of 11 divided by 7 to the power of 3. Again, we can use the rule that we've learnt and we can subtract the powers. So 11 take away 3, and that makes 7 to the power of 8. I had to think about that for a second. So that's straightforward. So now let's delve into the sort of the algebra. So say we had, so I'm going to write, algebra here, and let's say we had 12p to the power of 6 divided by 4p squared. Now again, if you haven't seen the previous video that I made, the simplifying indices part 1, I would recommend that you go back and have a look at it because it does go into detail. What we could do here is we can just divide the 12 and the 4. So 12 divided by 4, that makes 3, and then using the rule we can subtract the powers. So that would be p, 6 take away 2 is 4. Okay, it's that simple as that, really. Now let's just go a little bit more deeper into this, and I'm just going to have another example here. So this will be, this was number 1, and here will be number 2.
So this time we're going to have a fraction. So 15 and 12 divided by 3 and
9. Now again, this line here, this fraction line, you can treat it as a divide sign. So it's 15 divided by 3. 15 divided by 3 is 5, and then here we're dividing, so subtract the indices. So that'll be 12 take away 9, which is 3. Okay, and that's it. Now lastly, we are going to be looking at something a bit more complex, which involves pretty much everything we've learnt so far. So I'm just going to change colours, and we're going to have it right here in the middle.
So this time we're going to have 20 e to the power 5 h squared negative 4 e h to the 4th.
Right, so what we do here, exactly the same thing. 20 divided by a negative 4, that gives a negative 5. Now we move on to the e's, and as you can see here, this e does not have a power. Now from the previous videos we looked at, we established that anything to the power of 1 is that thing itself. So if we had, say, H for hippos, then this would be an H. And if we had a G for giraffes, then, sorry, G to the power of 1 is just G itself. Okay, ignore that dot here. So back to this, we can safely assume, or we know for a fact, that this has a 1 next to it. So 5 take away 1, that makes a 4. And lastly, 2 take away 4, that makes a negative 2. Now I'm going to leave you with a question for you to do, and then you can let me know what the answer is in the comments. So here's your question. And this time we're going to be a little bit funky here with the numbers. So let's have 12, and we're going to have lots of pounds because we love money. So we can go to the power of 6, and we don't actually love pennies and pence. So we're going to give this a power of 2 divided by 3 to the pound, and this time we're going for even bigger pounds, 7 and just a penny. Thank you for watching. Well done for following all the way through. Let me know what you think of this topic. Is it easy for you? Is it hard for you? How can I make this better for you? And I'm going to be looking forward to seeing you in the next video.